We receive miracle. Yeah.
Good morning. Welcome to Faith in the Morning. Something good is going to happen to you today, so expect miracles. Thank you for joining me today. Faith in the Morning exists to help you start your day with faith and encouragement. And this week we've been looking at Psalm 1. So let's go back to Psalm 1. Psalm 1, starting with verse 1, once again. Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the paths of sinners, nor sits in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord. And in his law he meditates day and night. He, the person who meditates this word day and night, the one who thinks upon and speaks and reads and confesses and lives it, applies it, and who doesn't walk in the counsel of the ungodly and lives the way of sinners or sits in the seat of the scornful, the person who delights in the law of the Lord, this person shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water that brings forth fruit in its season, whose leaf shall not wither, and whatever he does shall prosper. There are great benefits to living the word, thinking the word, speaking the word, applying the word, and meditating the word. It keeps you planted, and so you won't be moved by the winds of life, because it compares to the ungodly. In verse 4 said the ungodly are not so, but they're like chaff of the wind, easily drives away, blows away. The winds of life, the winds of culture, the winds of challenges and challenging circumstances will try to move you from the word of God. But you have to make sure that you're rooted and planted like a tree by the rivers of water, receiving the nutrients we talked about yesterday that you need because you're connected to the vine. But you keep yourself rooted by continually keeping yourself in a place where you can hear the word preached and taught, continually speaking the word, continually reading the word for yourself and studying it and studying to show yourself approved, as well as thinking on it throughout the day. You know, this passage reminds me of Joshua chapter 1. So let's go to Joshua chapter 1. Joshua chapter 1. Notice what it says here. Starting with verse 7, only be strong and very courageous, that you may observe or guard to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded you. Do not turn to it from the right hand or to the left, that you may prosper wherever you go. This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, meaning you should keep saying it, keep saying it, keep saying it, keep reading it, keep reading it. You should think upon it. This word meditate means to mutter. It means to say. It means to roar. You should keep it in your mind and keep it in your mouth every day and night, that you may observe or guard to do according to all that is written therein. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have good success. So just like it promises in Psalm 1, the person who meditates the word, that means you're thinking about it throughout the day. That means, yes, it's more than just reading in the morning, but you're reading in the morning, you're applying it, you're thinking on it, you're listening to it throughout the day, you're speaking it throughout the day, you're making sure you're making decisions that line up with the word of God. Your life is filled with the word, not just by you speaking it and reading it and putting it in a place where you can see it. That's all well and good. Put it on your phone or your iPad or your desk so you can see it. That's all well and good. Your refrigerator, mirror, that's good. I'm not saying anything against it, but you live in it and keeping it in your mind and choose to think on things like Philippians 4 says that are in line with the good and the lovely of good report, and think on the word and listen to the word more than just Sunday, but listen to the word on a regular basis and speak the word and live the word and apply the word will cause you to make your way prosperous, and then you'll have good success. It tells us this in Psalm 1, and as we see here in Joshua 1. You need to make sure that you're planted so that your leaf doesn't wither, and wherever you go and whatever you do will prosper. Even though the times look tough, even though there are reports, economic reports and troubling reports all around the world, if this is what you do consistently, no matter what the economic situation is in the world, no matter the trouble in the world, no matter the disasters and the distress in the world, you will not wither. You can still be refreshed. You can be fresh. You still can be refreshed. You can still be renewed. You can still have the oil of joy, and whatever you do will prosper. You'll have good success. So even when everything else is not working everywhere else, you'll know what to do because you're in the word. You listen to the Spirit of God, and he leads you and guides you where you should go. So know this as you go throughout the day, and remember, something good is going to happen to you today. So expect miracles. If you haven't already, subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. The podcast is called Faith in the Morning with Kerrick Butler, or subscribe to our YouTube channels, Faith Christian Center and Kerrick Butler. Have a great day. God bless.